I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you, boy. You know what I'm trying to see this? Boy, I'm trying to you don't. I'm saying this, I'm walking my goddamn truck. Alright then. That's what I'm talking about. Like you knew, buddy. I'm telling you, knew, man.
Got some people helping here.
He's got a big lot of money.
Mexico boy Adam Tom Morrison.
So I guess this is mom. She's overdosing. We got 3 minors that were in the car.
Can I go?
Yeah, are you in this?
Not to
Caller?
crash. No, I was just doing the chest compressions.
She almost hit us.
Yeah, she did.
She almost hit 3 other people. She's doing circles all the way up here. She almost hit me here. I hit my brakes. She slammed in here. Before she slammed, I saw her just hunched. When she hit, I only saw was a face in this window. I pulled over.
I got you.
Not too long ago.
And then all the little,
The littlest one, his chest harness, he wasn't even arms in it. He just buckled up the legs.
Thank you guys.
I just pulled in here, killed the engine after I put the car through the hazards on, I grabbed the kids out, and they assisted me before I could get her out myself.
2 kids and mom, everyone else is alive.
She does have an ankle bracelet on, so she's probably already in your assistance.
No. You guys Narcan her though?
Yeah, I think she's awake in the back actually.
She's awake right now.
I'm gonna have to call CYFD or get a parent. CYFD's gonna call I have another unit en route. I'm just waiting on them. That way we can all hang out.
I did. I left my wallet in the car. My mother locked me out my car, but I had my CPR card. I had it ready.
Alright, cool.
Let's take this out.
Let us take the IV out if you're going to get out. Can't leave that in you.
Take this out, okay? Anybody use it? Tell me your full name. Last one. What today is?
Because of what you took, and the medication that we gave you, it could wear off, and then you could end up right back where you got you, okay? So I highly recommend you go to the hospital, get checked out. Can we get you up to the hospital before we take this IV out? I just want you to know your children are fine, and we already checked them out. Everybody's okay. It's just you that we're worried about.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. That's the same surround like I never even heard.
Nothing but your
Yes, sir.
Hey, Yasmin, there's some stuff that's gonna have to happen before you take off, alright? You understand that? You're gonna come sit right here, you're not gonna...
Control 1126, what district?
Yasmin, you're gonna sit down.
These are my kids.
Okay, and they're fine. So you're not gonna go toss all your... Check it out, you're gonna cooperate, or you're gonna get detained? You're the one smoking blues with your kids in the car, you're gonna get no sympathy from me. So you're gonna sit down and cooperate with this...
Are you gonna detain me anyway?
Yes.
Okay, then it doesn't matter.
Cool.
Alright, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I've waited till now to break in, and I'm going to have a lot to say here, so bear with me. Those of you that know me well know that I was in law enforcement for a brief period of time. When I was a young man, I thought that was what I wanted to do. This video came very close to touching a very sensitive issue with me personally that had a lot to do with the reason, or one of the reasons, that I didn't pursue law enforcement as a career. And that had to do with children being exposed or put in a situation by an adult. And I'm not going to get into detail, but I didn't handle myself very well, and I was really upset, and I reacted in a fashion with the arrested subject that I probably shouldn't have, but it defined a lot about what I was going to be faced with as a LEO. And it wouldn't be the last time I would be in that situation. And is that something that I could handle differently or deal with? And even if I could, did I want to? This dirt bag, they said smoking blues. Okay, so smoking blues is kind of a new thing. Several years ago, hydrocodone were blue Lortabs. Well, now the new blues or oxycodone laced with fentanyl, and they smoke this shit. First I thought they said smoking balloons, and smoking balloons is nitrous oxide, which just as bad, same thing. I mean, not same thing, but not any better. Smoking blue, smoking nitrous oxide. And later the officer asked her if she also, when he has her in the interrogation, if she huffed, and she wouldn't answer the question. So this is obviously somebody, and huffing is where they take spray paint and they huff the discharge chemical from the spray paint. Just fucks your brain cells up, just totally screws you up. What a mess. What a mess. And for that witness to say that one of the kids wasn't even put in the car seat, was just lashed around the waist, all of them under 7 years old. What a dirtbag. I feel for this officer, and he's handling himself well. You can tell he's not happy with this at all. So, all right. Thanks for bearing with me on that, and I'll cut in here again in just a little bit. But I just wanted to point that out. The whole reason I'm doing this video, there's no head banging or anything, is because when I watched it, it touched me. All right, hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff that you do to help the channel. I appreciate it. Let's get back to this dirtbag.
Turn around.
No, hey, I don't think...
You want your kids to see you thrown to the ground?
No, you're not going to throw me to the ground. I'm not resisting under the close consistency. I'm not resisting. I told you to separate.
Control 941, welcome, sir.
Stop.
Ma'am. Stick her to the ground.
Stop.
Got it.
Let me come to mom at least get the kids. Let me come. call my mom.
I will let you call your mom when you start cooperating. Get up.
Call my mom first and she'll make sure it's okay.
10-4-16-21.
Call for fire.
You okay?
I'm good, dude. I'm annoyed.
Everyone, everybody.
Call my mom.
Gather.
Check it out, Yasmin. I'm gonna be super blunt and very honest with you.
You weren't blunt honest in the beginning.
Cool. You don't start cooperating. I'm one of the officers that carries this thing called a route restraint. You refuse to go in it, you're gonna get placed in it, and it sucks really, really bad.
You just call my mother.
And I told you,
You told
I will.
me either
Once
I
you start
cooperate or
cooperating,
you detain me,
you
or,
will
and then you said that you would just detain me. I just need you to call my mother.
get up, and we will work on that.
Kids are okay.
Okay, get up, and we will work on that
How
information.
can I trust you?
What?
How can I trust you?
Because I don't want you sitting here laying with your face in a grate. And I really don't think you want your kids to see you like this either.
No.
Cool. So let's work towards a common solution, and you start getting up. Perfect. Put one of your knees in.
There you go.
Yeah. Coming over here.
Okay, so this mud puddle of a mother who's wearing an ankle bracelet, by the way, from a previous DUI. She's wearing an ankle bracelet because she's on probation. She says to the officer, "How can I trust you?" And the officer was very nice. I would have said, "You don't have a choice. you either trust me," and he was awfully nice. He doesn't want those kids to witness. He tried to keep it, and she says, "I'm not resisting." You saw the force that she was putting up. And that girl's got some arms on her. She had that right arm locked in front of her, and he had a hell of a time getting it pulled back behind her. And a lot of times you wonder why 2 or 3 officers, sometimes 4 officers, it takes to get somebody to get their arms behind. It's hard. It's not easy. It doesn't take a big person to get your arm locked in the front and to get that thing pulled back around. Now, one thing I wish some of these officers would learn is pressure points. If they would learn pressure points, there's certain pressure points you can use that renders somebody like that helpless. I mean, they would just lose the strength of their arm and it would just flop back. And that's true with just about, well, with all your limbs. So that's something that maybe shouldn't or should be looked at to maybe pursue in training, because it's nothing medical. It's just a matter of knowing where to apply pressure to lose use of that limb. Interesting concept. Anyway, this mud puddle of a mother. Yeah, ankle bracelet. I just had to throw that in there.
Last unit today.
You have anything else on you? Cool, take a seat.
Call my mother.
What's your name? First of all, we have some other information we need to get. It's Yasmin, correct?
Yeah.
YASMIN?
Yes.
What are you on paper for? I'm gonna find out, so we can just do it easier. The more you cooperate with me, the more I'm willing to work with you, Miss Pat. It's for DUI? Who's your PO? What? Caesar what?
Laura.
Alright. Kick your feet all the way in.
Are you comfortable with taking her to the hospital yourself, or do you want her to go with us?
Hang tight for that.
Okay.
Because we're probably going to have a DRE come out for it, since it's dope. So I don't know. We'll probably take her if she's fine though, so I don't see why not.
So it could go either way, really. She's fine now and she could stay that way, or she's got enough in her system that our Narcan's going to just slowly start wearing off, and we could find her starting to, basically overdose again.
How many Narcans do you guys give her?
So we gave her 2.
Of the 2s?
No, we gave her 2, but it was an IM shot.
Okay.
So it takes a little bit longer to kick in, but it could work. She could be good. You guys could have no problems with her. She could stay pissed off the way she is, or she could slowly revert back to
slumping over.
Yeah. We'll hang for a few minutes if you want.
If you don't mind, just because I have a soup on the way.
Okay.
And I think he's dealt with DR. I hate dope when it comes to DWIs, so
okay,
we'll see what he wants to do.
We'll hang for a few minutes. You got us on scene? Yeah.
Kids were good though? They didn't complain about anything?
Kids were fine.
For me, this cop is a brother from another mother for me. Yep. He hates DUIs. I hate DUIs. It comes to kids being subjected to stuff that really gets under my skin. Same with him. Good for you. And he's got a supervisor coming out, a smart man.
All right, brother. We'll be here.
Sorry it went in front of y'all.
No. You're good, man. You okay?
Yeah, we're all good. Just annoyed. What's going on? Your mom's on the way? She's coming from Mesa Grande, I guess, up there. She says he's going to take her about 30 minutes or so. We're going to have an officer that's going to hang out here with your kiddos, obviously. We're going to go to the station, fill out all our paperwork, and go from there. Do you have any questions? No?
What did I run into?
Huh?
What did I run into?
A bus stop. Luckily no one was sitting there. But you hit a bus stop. So, fix your feet for me real quick, and we're going to get going, alright? Go and help out Miss Pat. It's gotta be locked. I'm gonna fix your cuffs, alright? Alright, Mr. I'm just gonna read you Miranda, alright? Because I'm just gonna ask you some very direct questions, so it's just the Miranda warning. I'm going to read it verbatim from our card. It says you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any of the questions or make any statements. Do you understand these rights as I just explained them to you? With these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me? I'm just going to ask you, obviously, there's paraphernalia in there. Go ahead.
Ms. Pacheco, is it okay if your mom takes the keys for your house?
Yes.
She says yes, sir.
They're in my purse.
So the father of the children is there? Is it okay if the 2-year-old goes with their dad?
Yes, my promise.
She says it's okay, sir. Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, Mr. Like I was saying, it was just a Miranda warning, right? I only have I have just a few questions. I saw the paraphernalia when I pulled up on scene. It was in plain view. You passed out several times. There's witnesses saying that you're just doing circles, slumped over in the driver car. How many blues did you smoke?
I dropped some off, just half.
Just a half a blue?
Yeah, and it was down the road.
Where did you smoke it at?
I don't I dropped some off at the coach light.
You dropped some off at the coach light?
Yeah.
Are you slanking, dude? No? You just dropped some off to some friends, or what?
Yeah.
So when you hit the coach light, did you go through Avenida, or you went through Lakeside through the back?
They're in the back.
Through Lakeside? Okay. And then you smoked a blue at the coach light or in the car?
No, in the car.
Not in the car?
No. We got down, we smoked, and then I smoked half of it, and then we can have the rest. And I was like, and then I just started left. I had to go to Walmart. I smoke anymore.
Do you huff? 'Cause there's a lot of air dust in there too.
I don't know. I'm not gonna answer that question.
You're not gonna answer? I'm just asking because I mean, obviously you admitted to the blue.
Okay. They ask if the 2-year-old could go with the father. Well, maybe the father's not a train wreck like this piece of crap is. And maybe those kids would be better off with dad anyway. And there's a possibility that might be the case. I don't know anything about this, but I sure hope so, because this person has, as far as I'm concerned, has deprived herself of the right to be a mother. Just a mud puddle, just disgusting. And then when he asked her if she huffed, the way she answered that, the answer to that question is yes. You know, this is a sick person. Anybody who would take a can of spray paint and spray it in a bag and inhale the fumes off of it just to kill some fucking brain cells for a couple minutes of a rush and maybe even kill yourself? Come on. Now, she said she only smoked a half of blue. Here's the problem with the street drugs coming out of Mexico. There's never two the same. You don't know how much fentanyl's in there. They could be laced heavily with fentanyl. It could be lightly laced with fentanyl. Look, the cartels don't give a shit. They don't care. All they care about is that look, they would put fentanyl in aspirin. If it sells, they don't care. So everyone's going to be different. That's why we have so many heroin overdoses, because they're lacing heroin with fentanyl. It's not the heroin. There's been people shooting heroin since long before I was born. It's the fentanyl. What a piece of trash this person is. I'm sorry.
I was just wondering about if you huff, because there was all that air dust in there. You don't?
I'm not.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You don't have to answer.
There's a shit. I need this question. I don't want to answer any more questions.
Alright, that's fine. That's your right. Pretty much.
Yeah, hopefully they check you out and we can make sure everything's alright. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. How are you? Good. Just take a seat in this chair. Let's go check it. Here you go, ma'am. I bet.
Hi.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
So, this is Gabby. She was involved in a motor vehicle accident on Avenida de Mesilla, in front of the Confidence Suites. Basically, witnesses said that she was unconscious at the wheel and that the car was rolling at 10 miles per hour, and that it did 2 circles on Avenida de Mesilla and Lakeside, and the car went into oncoming traffic where it did another circle, hit a curb, and then rerouted back and hit a bus stop.
Like where they sit?
Yeah, where they sit.
Okay.
So yeah, that was it. And we attempted to do a breathalyzer test. However, it came back, what was it? that there is some sort of interference. When I asked my sergeant, he says that's usually some sort of medical condition going on. So we just want to get her medically cleared and checked out. And I'm also going to read her the consent, see if we could drop it. So, Ms. I just have to read you something. So, listen to me. I'm about to tell you something important, including a right you have. You're under arrest for driving while under the influence. I'm requesting that you consent to have your blood drawn and tested to determine the alcohol and or drug content of your blood. You have the right, Ms. Pacheco, to refuse to my consent and to my request. If you refuse to consent, you cannot face criminal penalties for your refusal. Do you understand that right, Ms. Okay. However, refusing consent has other consequences in accordance with the New Mexico Implied Consent Act and state law. Those consequences may include losing your New Mexico driver's license or non-resident operating privilege for 1 year. Additionally, the fact that you refuse consent may be used as evidence against you in a court of law. Do you understand these consequences, Ms. Pacheco? Additionally, if you consent to have your blood drawn and tested, you have the right to choose an additional independent test. If you choose to take this additional independent test, you have the right to a reasonable opportunity to arrange for a physician, a licensed nurse, or a laboratory technician of your own choice to perform an additional chemical test. The cost of this additional test will be paid for by the law enforcement agency, which is us. Knowing your right to refuse consent, the possible consequences, and your right to an independent test, do you give consent to have your blood drawn and tested?
Just a breathalyzer.
So since the breathalyzer, it came back invalid, ma'am, and it came back with interference, we're just requesting that we get your blood drawn just so we can know what's actually going on.
Oh, when you fix your machine, I can do that. I'm not.
So you're refusing the blood test?
I accepted the other one.
Correct. But this is just for further additional testing so we can see what's going on. Just because the breathalyzer came back inconclusive.
That's not my fault. I don't have my body.
So you're refusing it?
I don't know what to do. I need an attorney. I understand. I understand.
Okay, so I'll repeat my question. Knowing your right to refuse to consent and to have your blood drawn and tested, the possible consequences, and your right to an independent test, do you give consent to have your blood drawn and tested? If you continue to remain silent, I'll consider you have refused my request.
I don't understand.
No. So basically, Ms. when we had the breathalyzer, it came back that there is some sort of inconsistency with it, that we needed to get you medically checked out, that there is something other than alcohol in your blood. That's why we came here to Three Crosses. 1, to get you medically cleared, and 2, to see if you would be willing to get a blood test so we could see what's going on inside your system. Because it's not alcohol that you consumed, so we're trying to figure out what exactly it was. That's why we're requesting a blood test.
I talked to the officer and I don't understand.
Yeah, she's being very strategic here. She knew that the BAC wouldn't test positive because she knew she hadn't been drinking. She knows that this is a narcotic. And whether it be that the Narcan interfered with the test or what have you, he's asking her the same questions that they asked for breathalyzer. And she didn't hesitate on that, but she's balking here because she knows they're going to find out, and she's staring right down at that ankle bracelet. And I'm going to touch more on that here in a minute at the conclusion of the video. But yeah, she's no dummy. She knows exactly what she's doing here. She's eventually going to have to answer the question, yes or no. And I have that. Well, when we get to it, we'll talk about it. There's just a little bit left here, so hang in there. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff that helps the channel out, and it's very much appreciated. Let's get back to it.
I don't know. I want to talk to someone that understands. I don't understand this.
Maybe you can break it down for her, ma'am?
So you did the breathalyzer test, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blue in the thing. the results said that it was inconclusive, which means that they couldn't get a reading of yes, no, or whatever it says to give them an answer. The answer was not there. There's a medical issue as to why it's not coming up with an answer. So they want to know if they can do the blood work to do that.
But it's an alcohol machine.
Correct. So that's why we need a blood test to further see exactly what's in your system.
No, you said because it was saying, no, I don't feel comfortable with this. Because you said it was detecting something else.
Correct.
But it's an alcohol system.
Correct. So there's something else besides alcohol in your system.
But you want to be able to detect that.
That's why I can't give them a for
reading,
sure answer of the alcohol level. Because there's something in difference that's not letting it.
Narcan.
Correct. So that might be why the machine came out. But that's why we need to go ahead and that's why
they want to check your blood to see what is in the system that was causing it.
The Narcan probably.
Correct, but that's why we want a blood test to go ahead and see. That way we can have definitive
And he just wants to know if you want to have the blood test to say that or not.
Is that clearance or not?
Yes,
So
she was unconscious
Correct.
at scene.
So
Was given Narcan.
So Ms. This will be my last request. Do you consent to a blood draw?
So why am I'm here so you can get the drugs in my system.
So we can know exactly what's in your system, and one, get you medically clear because you were in a motor vehicle accident, and two, get you a blood test. That way we can see exactly what's in your system because we don't know, and our machine said that it's something else besides alcohol. So that's why we just want to check. This will be my last request, Ms. Pacheco.
And I guess they Narcan her.
Do you agree for a blood test?
I don't know, yes.
So I need a yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I got nothing else, but I have one for you guys.
You already got one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I stapled it to the deep. I'll take the magnet. It's stapled to the back of that one.
Okay.
Chill up to, man.
Control 941
Huh? Just the. Yeah, that's everything.
Okay, this can just go with her. What did she go for the...
Just the clearance, because she went to Memorial for a blood draw, and then she went to Three Crosses for clearance because she was in an accident.
Okay, as we saw, she was charged, and those charges were dropped January of this year. Now, I'm going to be positive thinker here. Based upon what I've seen out of New Mexico, as far as prosecutions go, I don't think it's woke politics. I believe that because she had that ankle monitor on, and she was less than a month since she had her last DUI, that there's some stipulations that are very favorable to her, to her paying for the consequence, let's say. And I will look, I will go look and see. I'll go to New Mexico court records. I'll see now. They stated they didn't see anything, but I'll look here in a week or two and see. Sometimes it takes 4 to 6 weeks before that stuff gets out there online. So I'll take a peek at it again. Got her name. I know it's Pacheco, and then her first name was whatever it was at the early part. It's there. Anyway, I'll find the case. I'm hoping that what they said was, father takes custody of the children. That's kind of wishful thinking. They limit her mobility with the ankle monitoring. No more driving the kids back and forth from here to there, because she's already indicated that's not going to stop her. And then testing, plain and simple. You know, and they if it's oxycodone, then they can do that with urine, and she can do a monthly or bi-weekly or bi-monthly or whatever, and just piss in the tube or in the little jar, and they can determine whether or not she's violating her probation. I'm hoping that's what happened, and I'm thinking that's the case because I didn't see anything there that indicated they did anything wrong for the charges to be dropped, mistakes made or anything like that. And even the witness, I mean, he was adamant. He was pissed. And this cop is pissed. And I'm pissed. Yeah. To jeopardize those kids, just unreal. Just unreal. All for a kill some brain cells and a head buzz. All right, there's only a minute or so left here. I'm Proud to Ram. Thank you, guys. Until next time, I'll be gone.
She was Narcan by fire on scene. She's been good ever since though.
Take this. That can go in.
Yeah.
I'm a vegetarian. We're in love.
I've licked one of these croissants.
I'm not wearing any underwear.
I'm stoned.
I'm a racist.
I'm pretending to have cancer.
But we all love Duke's Barrel Cheese!
Duke's Barrel Cheese. The cheese for liars.
Jesse, don't go! Jesse, no!
I'm sorry, Daisy, but I'm a loner, and a loner's gotta be alone.
Ha!